Hi, this is Mr. Payton. Welcome back to Mental Fitness. Have you ever watched little kids when you take them somewhere new? Watch how they look around, the look of awe in their face, the look of surprise, or if they don't like it, the look of disgust. One of the things that I learned teaching first grade and some of the younger grades is that kids are just honest. They don't hold anything back. They don't know what rude is. They don't know what any of that stuff is. So they're always very honest. But the other thing I notice about them is that they use all of their senses all the time. They're constantly touching things. If you've been around little kids under the age of 6 or 7, they're constantly tasting things. They're listening. Certain sounds just scare them. They don't pretend that it doesn't. And other sounds they just really like, so they start dancing. The point is that they utilize all their faculties all the time. And I think we forget about that as we get older, whether it's us being teenagers, tweens, young adults, even adults. I think sometimes we lean way too much on our sight and maybe a little bit on our hearing. But I really think it would do us well to go back to our sense of touch, our sense of smell, and even in some cases, our sense of taste. So I want you to consider a couple of situations. Think about the last time you felt anxious. Did you make yourself aware of your surroundings using your touch, whether that's recognizing how cold or warm it was? Did you literally touch anything in that room? Maybe that triggered an emotion. How about you think about the last time you were happy? Do you remember what those conditions were like? Do you know if that was a room that was pretty cool, was a nice temperature for you, that set a tone for you? Think about what it's like when you go into a hospital or the dentist's office. It's always cold in there, always. I don't know what that's all about, but it's not very inviting. I'm sure there are some people who enjoy cold weather, but I'm not sure if there's anybody who enjoys going into the coldness of a doctor's office or a dental office. Look at the colors that they paint in those places. A lot of times it's very stark white. It's very clinical. It's meant to be antiseptic or clean. And so as we continue to talk about what mental fitness is, this is more of an example of our sensual awareness. And remember, we take the word sensual from our 5 senses. As we try to continue to grow and strengthen ourselves mentally, I want us to start to practice some of these things. No, I'm not telling you to walk in every room and start rubbing on the walls. People might think something's wrong with you. But I am suggesting that when you go to places you enjoy and you like, take note of what it is you like about those places and try to replicate those things. And what I mean is if you go to a place and you know you like it every time you go, put you in a good mood, then try to incorporate those elements into your room, or try to make sure you can try to repeat some of those elements when you go to other places that you know you don't like. Ladies and gentlemen, we have far more skills and strengths than we're aware of, and we're just not using them all. And so in this particular episode, I really just want to encourage us to think about how often we use our senses and how our senses can be used to inform us of places that may not be safe for us, places that may put us in a bad mood, and try to figure out how we can put ourselves in a better mood. And very importantly, the places that we do enjoy. What is it about those places? I can tell you, for example, I like going to Vegas. A lot of people don't like Las Vegas, but I know for me, I like the lights. I'm not a gambler, and I don't necessarily partake in a lot of the things that go on in Vegas, but I tell you what, man, I lived there for a short time, and every chance I got, I just drive the strip at night. For a lot of people, it's too much. It's sensory overload. But for me, it feels like it's Christmas every night. It's just like a bunch of lights flashing. Again, I don't get caught up in all the advertisements, but I just know that's something that I enjoy. So that's my challenge to you with this area of mental fitness. Try to start to think about what it is that you enjoy in terms of your senses. What do you like to look at? What kinds of things are pleasing to your eye? What kinds of colors do you enjoy? Not just your favorite color to wear, but what kind of colors, when you go into that room, they put you in a good mood. Think about some of the smells that you enjoy. Maybe it's a certain food that your parents make or someone in your family does. Think about the sounds you like. What type of music puts you in a good mood? Yeah, we all like some hip hop or some rock or something a little more aggressive, but think about the things that can calm you. Remember, the goal of mental fitness is to give us a chance to reset and give us the best opportunity to be successful people. So as we think about what sensual awareness is, let's remember that it's just another way for us to experience the world, and hopefully it's a way for us to give us an advantage or give us a way to see things in a positive light as opposed to struggling all the time. So this has been another episode of Mental Fitness. Thank you for watching.